And we've spoken a lot about siblings, and I'm one of 4, of course, so I'm obsessed with birth order. Is the role siblings play any less or more relevant when it comes to karma than parents? Like, is there a significance between parents and the children or between siblings?
I would say it's a lot less. Parents are the key player. Just from a slightly different perspective, one of the most often questions I've had from people who are a bit older in readings is, should I maintain a relationship with a sibling or siblings? Sometimes they should, mostly they shouldn't, because it's served its purpose. They're going their way, you're going your way. It doesn't make sense to a lot of people. We're of the same blood and the same genealogy, but different karma and different backgrounds through time. So there is very little correlation, and there's no need to beat your head against a brick wall to maintain a relationship that's of no advantage. And you'll be a lot closer to people in life than siblings.
And you know, we have seen this play out so much in the COVID times. You have seen parents say to children, you're not vaccinated, you can't come into this house. You've seen siblings say to siblings, you're not vaccinated, you can't come and visit me anymore. You can't come and see your cousins, go away. Go away, you're not coming in, you're doing a terrible thing, whatever. For the last 2 or 3 years, Council, I've been dealing still with the fallout of that. What decision do you make? And everyone has made their own decision, and they've found their own way to make their own decision. If a parent said to me, you've made a choice to not be vaccinated in COVID, you therefore can't see me or can't come into my home until I don't know when. And 2 years later, they call you and say, it's okay now, it's all over now, would you like to come to tea? I would say, no thank you. Because I didn't tell you not to get vaccinated. You made that choice, and I was still willing to allow you into my house. Why have you got the right to judge me for that?
I feel like it's getting worse now, like the dynamics are
really playing out now.
Yeah.
And these are real choices, and they're fascinating choices. I've seen as a counsellor how people have gone back to families and the excuses that they're making to cause them to feel that it's okay to go back to that family. And when there's another epidemic, the same thing happen again.
What's the link between the relevant past life and the family line we're born into? So is that all set up? Is it often from a past life?
It is. It's related in a much more minor way. The key players will be between you and your parents. And there'll be issues from the past, oftentimes issues from the past from past lives with siblings. They shouldn't be a major barrier to you.
Okay.
They shouldn't be. All of the problems we're talking about in families would be much less if there was more honesty and courage to be honest. And that's shone through from everything Pearl said. I'm just sitting here thinking, that's resolvable by honesty. And on it goes.
Of course.
There's just such a fear of being honest, and that's one of the things that holds us back.
Being parents is hard, and I've made mistakes, many mistakes as a parent. And Ian together with me. But you know, there's times when our children have fallen out, and I've said to them, for heaven's sake, would you just sort it out, just solve it? And they haven't. They've still got angst to each other. And then we've got a family dinner, a birthday, or we've got ever. And I would say, can you just be civil to each other and just sort this out before this dinner? They don't. And the dinner's full of tension, full of animosity between whoever's going on. And the foolish decision was me, not them. The foolish decision was me having the dinner and saying, can you sort it out before the dinner? They don't. They're far better saying, well, you're not welcome to come, because if you're going to come in here with tension or whatever, we don't want you. Far more honest, far better. And I've made that mistake. You've made it too.
What about only children? And so if they don't have siblings, does that mean all the karma's on them and there's higher pressure?
It'll be different karma and could be different pressure, or they could work more closely. There's a strong argument for ease and comfort for only children, but it has its other disadvantages.
You'll find that only children are expectant, even if they've been brought up in a fairly regulated way of not being too spoilt or too much giving by the parents. They are still quite expectant because they've been the only one that they've had to think about or had to worry about within the family.
And then on the flip side of that, is there any spiritual knowledge about twins?
Twins come together because we're told spiritually They have asked to come together. They don't want to be separated in a life, and they have asked permission to come back together. And that may be granted. And if it's granted, there will still be a karma, whatever it is, maybe between the twins, maybe with the parents and the twins, but of course there's the individual karma. One of the things that Spirit makes us very aware of is that twins need each other more than they do the parents in many cases. There is a control issue for the parent. You know, I'm bringing forward these two babies who are going to adore me and nurture me as a parent or whatever, and no, they're not. They actually don't want me around. They just want to be with each other. There's a karma there for the mother, the father, or both, of perhaps rejection, I would say, might be in there somewhere.
Considering what your karma is or what you're supposed to overcome, if you looked at your family dynamic or the culture of the family, there could be lots of clues in there.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
I believe one of the ideals of a parent with a multitude of children is to try and learn somehow to treat every child as if they were an only child.
For more spiritual knowledge, remember to subscribe. If any of the information Ian and Pearl spoke about piqued your interest, make sure you like and comment on this video below. There's so much knowledge and advice being delivered from Spirit to you via this channel. Healing your physical and emotional pains will guide you towards a more loving and meaningful life. This is the Spiritual Renaissance.